We can expect some scrambly play in the first few minutes as the sides feel each other out. Real finals atmosphere at Waverley. Gator backs himself. Koutafidis given another chance for Carlton. That surely is a free kick. The umpire says no. Play on. Could have been a trip. Nothing for it. Out comes Kernahan. Pert right behind him. Fires out the hand pass quickly to Madden from a standing start. Madden kicks in towards the goal. And is that a mark or is it a goal? Kicked off the ground by DiIulio. He's got it. So first blood to the Blues. What was said? Boundary throw in front of the members' stand. It comes down to Williams, nullified. Monkhorst towards the centre wing position, marking contest. Turner roves the pack well, gets around Hannah, fires out the hand pass. McMullen, second stint at Collingwood. A chance for the former Brisbane Bear, Rowe. It'll be the Magpies' first score, but it's off target. He misses the major and gets the minor score. So Brad Rowe opening the Magpies' account with one behind, and Collingwood trails by 5 points. The Blues victorious by 5 goals in the earlier encounter, the big centenary game at the MCG.
The Blues lead by 5 points. Kernahan, Monkhorst is there for Collingwood. They battle. It comes to Bradley, who measures the kick and misses to the near side. Had plenty of time, Craig Bradley.
Yes, he did attempt to steer that a bit too, Dennis. It was intentional.
Pert kicks very wide, out of bounds on the full.
Maybe that breeze is stronger than I thought, because it really has drifted across. It wasn't a good kick off the boot. It got pushed further by that breeze. Very fluky.
DiIulio outside the 50. Kernahan comes on the lead. It bends back. That's a great kick. It's a goal. He's got 2, and Carlton lead 2-1 to a behind.
Gee, that was a kick, Ross, wasn't it?
Oh, well, it's a critical.
2 goals to Ron DiIulio. Carlton off to a great start. Monkhorst out of the centre, kicks up to Rowe at half forward. Shaw with a long hand pass. Turner on the end of it. Ducks one tackle, breaks another. Outside 50, the wind's going to be a factor. And was there some holding down there? Rocker gets backup support from McMullen, who tries to bend it back. His snapshot is off target. And still Collingwood can't score its first goal. McMullen scoring 1 behind. To add to that, already tallied up by Brad Rowe. So 2.
Just mentioned the interchange benches for both teams. For Collingwood, Wright and McEwen. For Carlton, Reece Jones and Ratton.
Sexton from half back towards half forward. A lot of Collingwood players at the fall of the ball. Richardson read it well off hands. Very wide goes the kick. Fraser in front of Brown. Sexton only as far as Russell. Fraser on the burst then, runs down towards right half forward, centering kick, hasn't got the carry. Rocker works his way in front. Back comes Dorotich on the kick-off line, straight out of bounds on the full.
Yes, the intention was to find the line and just run that ball along the boundary line as far as he could toward the 50-metre line, but the execution not so good.
Could have rushed it through from behind.
He's very fair-minded. He's paid them back in kind. McMullen runs around, confronted, gets by. Now he's about 25 metres out. He screws it back, and I'd suggest he's done it too much. He has.
Well, the idea wasn't so bad, Dennis, but then to go further wide once he got past his man, he pushed himself more towards the right of the goals. He could have just...
Sun going behind, or partially behind a cloud, along with the forecast, which was cloud later in the day. Monkhorst taps down. Williams on the end of it. Left foots it into goal. Spalding looking for a free kick. Umpire having nothing of that. And 1 behind. Kicked by the Brownlow medalist. So Carlton get their second behind. 2-2. Collingwood 3 behind. 14 and a half minutes left. Gary Pert, suffice to say, won't go quite so wide. Still goes to that side of the ground. Better kick. Marking contest, and Madden.
It's his 3rd mark, Pete.
He's starting well. Madden kicks into the goal square. The 2 number 4s do battle again. Kernahan and Pert. Neither takes the mark. This will be another goal. O'Sullivan. So 2 mistakes in the square have cost Collingwood goals. 3-2 now. Carlton, Collingwood 3 behind.
And that's exactly the sort of play that Luke O'Sullivan provides for Carlton. A bit of pace, off the pack crumbing, Just did the right thing at the right time. Good jostle there between Pert, Kernahan. Pert a bit stiff not to control the footy there, but McGuan fell to the ground as his immediate opponent, O'Sullivan, too strong, kept his feet and finished off.
So the Blues lead it by 17 points. Great start, and this man has been instrumental. Madden gets it down to the back of the pack. They're exposed there, though. Brown avoids half forward. Brown doesn't look 100%. Knocked forward by Starcevic. It's taken by Rowe in desperate trouble. Now Turner's got it. Dacos down to Rowe. John free. Dean, well played.
Well done.
Terrific defence. Towards the wing with a kick. O'Sullivan in front. McGuan fists away. This is Russell on the wing. Back to half forward. Starcevic in best position. Dumped away by Christo. Gleeson dragged down. Didn't have it. Will get the free kick. Advantage is paid. Albin pumps it down towards half forward. Turns the defence around. Bradley's got the pace and a runner inside. Strong tackle though, well played by Williams. And the ball goes out of bounds. But a quick transference of play by Carlton.
What a tackle.
Too much pace here for Richardson, but Williams had the pace to keep up.
It's a boundary throw in just inside 50. Right half forward flank for Carlton. Monkhurst getting front position. Ball hits the deck. Brown. Was he held too long in the tackle? The umpire calls play on. In hindsight, probably a good decision. Williams sees it over the boundary line. Collingwood making about 10 to 15 metres. 13 minutes left in the first quarter. It's been a good one so far for the Blues. Made the most of their opportunities up forward. Collingwood breaking down across the half-forward line at the moment. Monkhurst, Williams, O'Sullivan, who's kicked one. Too far out to score with this kick. Kernahan at the back. Little nudge and takes the mark.
And put that down to Greg Williams. His reading off the opposition palm and that boundary throw was just outstanding. He had the tussle with McGuan. He got away from him. He got away from Brown, his immediate opponent. Set that up beautifully. Then Kernahan with a good use of the body. All perfectly legal. Will finish off.
Well, with a behind or a goal. Carlton have 3 on the board already. 2 to the Julio and 1 to Luke O'Sullivan. Only 1 behind. That's how he started off against last week. Was nothing short of sensational. His dashes out of defence had to be seen. Monkhurst was in best position, couldn't take it. The Collingwood ball now, Shaw trying to lead by example, gets it over to Gafer. Gafer with the kick down towards full forward. That won't be a mark. Rocker, snapshot, close, bended the wrong way for Collingwood and through for only 1 behind. So they still can't break their duck. Samurio Rocker 1 behind, 5 points. So 5 scoring shots to 6, but Carlton with a pretty good lead. And Fraser Brown in the right back pocket takes the defensive mark.
Aythorne misses it. Now he'll need to work. Aythorne lacking support. Shaw to Russell. So a chance for Collingwood off the turnover. Centering kick. Russell is good. Now Fraser, a question of accuracy. Runs to 40 metres out. Kicks. And I think he's got it. He has. Terrible miss by Mark Aythorne, and they pay the price.
So he must have just scraped it in, Ross, because the way the goal umpire moved across.
Well, that's the way the kicks were going to that end, Pete, in the earlier game. It straightened up and then get...
Just over 8 minutes remaining in this first quarter. Kitafiti's over the top, hooking it behind. This is O'Sullivan running towards the centre of the ground. He pulls it back towards centre half forward. Spalding under the ball. Who's got the pace? Bradley leads in the race. Inside the attacking 50. Still he goes. Should have gone the hand pass. Didn't. Pulls it back for a more central situation. Pert got a fist on it. It falls Carlton's way though. Red surely was Albin. He'll get a free kick. Tom Albin. The ball will come back to get the goal umpire. Albin directly in front, 20 metres out. This should be a formality.
Yes, and I agree, Dennis. There should have been a handball coming over from Bradley to DeJulio. He was clear, but he just elected to try and get around his man. Unfortunately, now they still have another shot at goal.
DeJulio has 2 goals, Sullivan 1. And for Collingwood, Mark Fraser has their solitary goal. Coming off the first of 2 mistakes by Mark Aythorne. Generally, Carlton controlling the game. That hair is getting longer. Alvin kicks and kicks truly. So Carlton increased their lead 4-3, plays 1-6. He's got a bit of the ball though, and he kicks straight. Collingwood's play would have been a lot better. 1-8-4-3, they trail. Here's Alvin. Did well. Milhana on the burst, his second bounce. He did this last week. This time he runs into a dead end, is penalised for holding the ball.
50.
Yes, and 50 against the Blues. Well, we saw a searching run from Hannah last week that resulted in a behind as it turned out, but he certainly electrified the crowd. That time trying to do much the same thing, but there was a strong tackle on the end.
Yes, his teammate bumped him into McMullen, who effected the tackle. Tried to shepherd.
There's Rocker waiting for the long ball, so McMullen, plenty of possessions. Kicks from about 65 metres out. Rocker in front, juggled attempt not paid. McGuan, I think he's got it. He has. Nick McGuan bombing up in front of the pack. Gets Collingwood second and they trail by only 7 points.
And it just shows what such an important player Mick McGuan is to the side. Got back into the team last week from a calf injury, had about 35 touches. He was such a vital player in that 6-point win over North Melbourne. And now with what looks to be a semi-tagging John O'Sullivan now going onto the ball, makes all the difference in their running midfield play.
So defenders Alvin and McGuan both kicking goals. The difference now back to 7 points in Carlton's favour. Collingwood finally getting their feet. They're getting to their feet now and getting back into the match. Bradley kicks to half forward. After Williams had got it out of the centre, Williams slaps it down. Spalding takes a dive, comes out of it. Pert, a quick kick to the advantage of Brown. Pretty quick disposal. Again, McGuan to the forefront. Monkhurst will give it over. Jamie Turner at left centre wing. Spears in the pass. Oh, beautifully delivered to McMullen. Can he finally break the ice? Yes, sir, he's got one. He's kicked 1-4 now after 4 straight behinds. And the Magpies to within a point. 3-8 to 4-3.
Well, it just shows you 5 minutes of football and it's all the difference. So there's a play of Pert in his back line, the quick kick that came out to Brown, who was able to set it up to McGuan, and from there on in the laydown was there. They just kept going forward, and that kick initially was meant for Starcevic, but it finished up with McMullen.
Busy, he's been busy throughout the term. 8 possessions. Here's Alvin, his third kick. Members side, Shocker, Richardson, Monkhorst goes looking for Rocker, forced to spoil from behind. Christo lays it off. This is Hannah. He tries it again and gets away rather fortuitously from half-back. Not a good kick towards the wing. Brown in front of Williams. Down he goes. Williams, though, recovers. Boots it through centre. Gafer kicks it back towards half-forward. Starcevic uncontested. And McCartney did well to knock that ball out to Gafer and initiate this attack. Terrible kick from Starcevic. Now Dean, whose confidence may be low, lost it. Turner about 35 metres out. Clever attempt. Just misses.
Steal of the day, that one, Ross.
Yes, they've really lifted Collingwood. That sort of side, they've got great fighting spirit. And when they're the underdog, they really lift.
Christo to kick in, scores level now. Dorotic, again uncontested, in front of Rocker. And not a good kick. The wind playing tricks. Trying to get the ball to boot is rather difficult. Koutafidis under Bradley. Carlton forward line is wide open. Pinpoint accuracy finds Spalding. Don Scott isn't too happy with his shots at goal, so we'll see what happens here.
That breeze certainly has strengthened, Pete. Some of the last 12 to 15 kicks have all been off the side of the boot.
Distance shouldn't be a problem for Spalding. Accuracy, I'll have to wait on the goal umpire. I think he's missed. He has. Will Spalding. He didn't have a good day kicking at goal last week, and he started off in the same vein today. 3-9 plays 4-4. Carlton by a point. They led by 17 earlier in the term. Gary Pert to kick in. Monkhurst directing traffic. Pert will go to the outer side. Not a bad kick. Falls short rather quickly. Attempted smother. It was from Koutafidis, the kick originally. Williams. Collingwood's Williams. Had it and then lost it. Koutafidis again. Looping hand pass. Onto the loping Madden. Madden 65 metres from goal. Perth up high. Spalding this time, surely. Can he get a kick in? Over the top. Snapshot is close. And one behind, I feel. So Will Spalding
breaking up the traffic.
Madden, who's generally been the master in this confrontation, in front. Gets possession. Monkhorst did very well to slap it out. This is Brown. Aggressively emerges from the pack, centering kick. Up in front, the Ulio couldn't control it. Williams did well. McGuan likewise. Away comes Mick McGuan. Boots it towards the wing. Aythorne perhaps should have marked it. Still he goes. Was pushed in the back. No free kick. Francis an opportunity. Francis on the wing. Got it from McMullen. On down the ground a couple of Collingwood players. One of whom is McGuan, who'd run on but he missed the mark. He's got a free kick.
It must have been the interference, Dennis. I couldn't see it being a mark.
No, he's about 60 metres out. The siren may beat him. They need to mark this one. It's almost siren time. Shaw's taken the mark. There's the siren. Exciting finish to the term.
9 possessions, Tony Shaw's had a busy quarter for him.
He's been terrific.
This is the here with McGuan. Dropped the head at the last minute, but then Gleeson over the top. Infringing, that's what the kick was for.
Yes, forearm sliding across the shoulder as you saw. Tony Shaw after the siren. Kicking from about 35 metres out. It bends back. Oh, that's a skipper's kick. Quarter time at Waverley, and Collingwood